WWE Survivor Series War Games 2020-25 will be remembered as newsworthy. It will be remembered as chaotic, crazy, and spectacle. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso fell short to Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed inside of War Games. This was a match that left fans guessing, speculating. And I think I know who this is. Let's cut to the chase. In the final moments, there was a scene. It was CM Punk. He was about to get the victory. He was about to put away Team Vision until a mystery man, a masked man, if you will, jumped into the cage. He climbed it. He jumped over it into the ring. He hit CM Punk with a super kick. He hit CM Punk with the stomp. He didn't reveal himself. No. He jumped out of the cage. Braun hit a spear. Finished off CM Punk. 1, 2, 3. Team Vision goes over. Everyone's speculating, well, who is this mystery man? It simply can't be Seth Rollins, can it? No. He's out with a legit shoulder injury. And plus, storyline-wise, it wouldn't even make sense for him to actually help the Team Vision, considering they turned on him, right? It's not Seth Rollins. Who is this mystery man? A lot of people, including myself, think it is Austin Theory. He's a guy that was rumored to be joining the group before Seth Rollins went down with an injury. He was a guy that was rumored to be part of War Games. He's a guy that's been off of television for months. Austin Theory, I think, is your leading candidate, regardless of who they get to step into these shoes, regardless of who is going to be revealed on Monday Night Raw. This was a great close. And they took a step further after the match. There was a little chit-chat between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, CM Punk standing on, looking on, seeing what was going to happen, see if they were going to throw some fists. That didn't happen. But what did happen was Roman Reigns telling Cody Rhodes, this is the very last time that I will team with you. And that's fitting. And that's fine. Rumored, it looks like we're going to get Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania, or Cody going in a different path and to be CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the world title. Regardless, this was a very good fitting end to this show. This has buzz. This has people talking. And I think anytime that you can get people talking about your product, about your show, I think is a good thing. And I think that's what WWE delivered here tonight. I think if you look at it from those lenses, I think you're better off. And that's the way that I look at this. So with that being said, let's get into the rest of the show because, well, we have to talk about Liv Morgan and we have to talk about all the other matches that WWE put on display. The rumors were true. Liv Morgan is back on WWE television, and she is back in the arms of Dominant Mysterio. The swerve of the century was Liv Morgan coming out there and helping Dirty Dominant Mysterio win back the Intercontinental Championship. Dominant Mysterio challenged John Cena for the Intercontinental title. It was John Cena's last PLE of his legendary career. And how were they going to finish it? How were they going to get it done? Well, they had a lot, and I mean a lot of shenanigans. So, Dom, Cena, they were working a simple, basic match, and then there was a ref spot. Referee went down, took a big bump. And this led to JD Madonna and Finn Balor coming out there and attacking Cena. Cena fought them off. Now, this was after he had been beaten down by Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez after Dirty Dominant Mysterio faked a shoulder injury days after Penta was injured on Monday Night Raw. Cena fought them off. Referee threw them out. Then Cena had to deal with JD Madonna and Finn Balor. He fought them off. Then we had Liv Morgan come out. Now, Liv Morgan was expected to return on this show, and she did. And this was about a little over a month, maybe 2 months ahead of when she was expected to return. So she comes out there, she smiles with old Dom, has a stare down with Dom. Is she going to turn on him? Is she going to align with him? What is she going to do? So she slaps Dom, and then she hugs John Cena. And just like Cena did with his heel turn, she went from smiling to dead face, serious face. She jumps out of Cena's arms. She kicks him right in the nuts. Dom hits a 619. Liv hits Cena with a title shot. Dom hits a frog splash off the top. 1, 2, 3. That's a finish. Liv, Dom, they celebrate out of the ring. Go to the back. Cena takes a moment in the ring, looks around, recognizes that this is it. This is the final premium live event, the final pay-per-view appearance match as an in-ring performer in his legendary career. Y'all, we have one date left. We have one day left in John Cena's career as an in-ring performer. Saturday Night's Main Event, December 13th. Mark your calendars. It's going to air on Peacock. What a match. What a moment. What a scene having Liv Morgan back on WWE television. Having Dirty Dominic Mysterio back as Intercontinental Champion where he belongs. And seeing the final PLE appearance, the final PLE match of John Cena's career. As some may have suspected, it was the Women's War Games match that kicked off the 2025 Survivor Series. It was AJ Lee teaming up with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair to take on Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, and Kairi Sane in what is one of the most stacked Women's War Games matches in history, or at least off the top of my head. And they did the formulaic type thing. Right. And to note, both for this and the men's war games, they did not have the shark cages out there, which I thought was an interesting touch. They just had them run out or walk out one by one. Right. So you had two competitors start off and then they just came out. And most of them had weapons, chains, kendo sticks, trash can lids, etc. This, honestly, it was a traditional War Games match. It really wasn't anything special. It almost felt like, okay, this is a preview. This is a preview for a upcoming match where, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are going to get the rematches for the women's tag team titles against Asuka and Kairi Sane. Okay. We're going to get another preview of Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the women's IC title. Obviously, they're building towards that match. In fact, in this match, the finish saw Rhea Ripley hit the Riptide on Becky Lynch, leading to AJ Lee hitting her submission finisher, tapping out Becky Lynch. So we're going to get a Women's Intercontinental Championship match down the road between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. You had a showcase of what Lash Legend could do. You saw the prominence of Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, right? So I think in those scenarios, I think the match delivered exactly what it needed to deliver. Like I said, wasn't the greatest match in the world, wasn't the greatest women's war games in the history of war games, but I do appreciate this. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't like it was trying to top the men, right? They're not in the main event spot. Don't go out there and do main event things. Let the show build. And I thought that they did an exceptional job with that. And I appreciated that fact. And now they set the stage for the men, right? Stephanie Valker versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship. If you might have guessed it coming in, this was going to be the least amount of heat match on the card and probably the worst match on the card. And I would agree with that. It's not that they didn't work hard. They did. It's not because they're not talented. They are. It's just no one bought Nikki Bella dethroning Stephanie Valker. Now, they tried to do their best, but it just couldn't get over the hump. I applaud them for attempting, but at the end of the day, it's just not going to work. So Stephanie Valker went over with a corkscrew splash, and hopefully we move on from this. We'll see.